Hi Lighthouse table members. I know you're all probably pretty busy and stressed at the moment, but I wanted to give you a little update on where things are at with Lighthouse. So it's been a busy few days, as you can imagine, and we've made the decisions, not surprisingly, to close both of our havens, as well as our volunteer program and our ongoing programs in schools such as reading and industry links. Obviously really disappointing because we've spent so much time and effort building them, but we're confident that we're going to remain really relevant during this, obviously really challenging time. And a couple of ways that we're doing that is that we're using our haven in Wyndham Street for the distribution of food. Through our school hubs and our two havens, we're well aware of families that are struggling, and the current competition for food has made it much more difficult for them if they don't have a car and don't have access to bigger sums to bring food in. So what we're doing is we're distributing food there, and we've got a box out the front, a fruit bin, where people can drop food in. So I would really implore you to just give up the tin of something, buy an extra tin at the supermarket and drop it into our bin there in daylight hours in Wyndham Street beside the RSL. And we're distributing that to the families we know about them. Hopefully, if that goes well, we can extend that distribution network in support. We're working closely with Food Share and others to do that. The other thing we're doing is through our family haven in Maroubna, we had a big school holiday program planned, but we're boxing that up and sending it home. So if they're going to be making slime or rum balls, we're boxing up the components of that and sending it home so that our families will have purpose. People who can't go out, can't afford to go out, can't go out anyway now much at the moment, we're giving them ways to hopefully stay entertained and sustain their well-being. In regards to industry links, what we're doing is we're using our local expertise, our networks and knowledge in the same way we always have, but we're videoing, and we're using that to develop curriculum and put it into the schools. We don't know how long our schools are going to be open, but more than ever they need that stimulation and that support and that assistance. So what we're doing is we're linking them to local connections, local networks, continuing to do that, and then using video to develop content and curriculum. So we're still looking for all sorts of ways to be that connector to support the work in our community, but also to support our most vulnerable people and our families. If you've got ideas, I would really welcome your input. I think it's a really great time to come together and share ideas, and I'm hoping in some ways that this will almost make us more agile and more nimble and more responsive, and that we can all learn together. We expect that we're going to have a role to play because we have a good following, a big following really at Lighthouse. We expect we're going to have a role to play as those joiners and connectors in keeping the community connected, safe, and feeling as though they're not alone and not isolated. So if you can think of innovative ways to do that, I thought we could do, for example, we might look at reading bedtime stories to kids and do it on YouTube. Whatever it looks like to keep people feeling that they're not alone and that they're cared for at this time, I think is going to be really important. So one of the things we're doing is moving really quickly behind the scenes to unite the leadership in the community for a community-led response. So we have a government and emergency response happening across our community in Australia, but we think there's a risk of our local community of many people falling through the cracks. And to ensure that that doesn't happen, we're coming together to unite. Organisations like the Committee for Greater Shepparton, the Fairly Leadership Program, and Greater Shepparton Lighthouse are coming together to create a consistent and organised response. And we're pretty excited about that. We really want to work hard to make sure our whole community is captured and supported, and we'll be making announcements about that in the next couple of days. So we're going to continue to work. We're working from home, all of our staff. We can be contacted by email or text or phone call, and for as long as we can, and we just really would implore you to stay safe and to do everything you can to look after yourselves and others. Thank you.